So I know that they know that we know that fire dragon ain't nothing. So here's the thing with this episode of My Isekai Life. I love that they built up this dragon to be like the abominable snowman, to be like the Bigfoot, to be like this mythical legendary beast. And we know it ain't shit, all right? Like, we know in our heart of hearts, Yuji ain't, he gonna blow his nose and this dragon gonna poof away. And the reason that we know that is because really this dragon, although was threat level like S or whatever to normal adventurers, we know Yuji ain't normal level, right? He used this dragon as a test bed for his new armor sets that he had, and he used it as a test because he was using mid-tier magic on this dragon over and over and over. So we know, all right? We know the moment this man uses high tier, S tier, super tier level magic, whatever you call it, right? The moment he uses like the Hellfire Demise level grade magic, this dragon's done. It's done so. It's weak against water. It was outside in the rain. He already got like 9 advantages to Sunday. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I think I'm going to start. So I think this episode was okay. I think this was a solid, man, I don't even know if I want to call it a 7 out of 10 episode. Like, my enjoyment for this episode was like a 6 out of 10. Like, I think about 5 minutes and I was like, oh, I need to turn my brain off. To enjoy this episode right now, I need to turn my brain off. So literally, I'm sitting here this morning. It's my day off of work. I have my Starbucks coffee here, right? I have my Starbucks coffee. And I literally paused like right after the OP, like, you know, like a minute after the OP, maybe 2 minutes after the OP. I paused the video. You know, I went to go let my dogs outside. I came back and I was like, okay, I'm in a mental state now to watch this. If you guys don't know, I watch this episode, or I watch Isekai Life, My Isekai Life. I watch it right after Classroom of the Elite. There's a word in that sentence there, elite. Classroom of the Elite really is an elite anime. And because it causes so many twists and turns, and it's psychological, like your brain has to be functioning at a high level, right? Especially to be able to capture everything that occurs with it. Now, you might be like, yo, Don, why are you bringing another anime into this? Well, the reason that I'm saying that is because My Isekai Life is more of a turn your brain off and just simply enjoy the anime for what it is. Isekai, super duper OP character, can destroy anything, you know, just by, like, breathing on them. Like, it's cute with the slimes, you know, he has a cool little story. But at the end of the day, like, he's not going to discover an enemy that is really going to threaten him to that level. At this point, our boy just really using this as a high-class experiment. You know, he's just kind of experimenting what his boundaries and limitations are for all these different magics. And with this episode, now that he did go and defeat Godzilla, I mean, the dragon, now that he did go defeat the dragon, that means that he now was able to get the gem from said monster, and he was able to get the armor built from said monster, which is only going to elevate his magic and magical abilities to the next level. So he's going to be even stronger than he was a few episodes ago. So, did I enjoy the episode? Yes. Do I think it was the best? No. Do I think there was too much buildup for the monster? Absolutely. I love how they basically just said, Godzilla? We like that. Dragon equals Godzilla. And they copied it so much so that even his scales in the back of his back lit up to kind of show you the limitations to the fire magic that the fire dragon was breathing. And the reason I call that out is in Godzilla, right? Godzilla's back scales will light up blue to represent kind of like he's about to spew out that blue magic that he has, or, you know, blue fire, whatever you want to call it. So he basically just fought Godzilla, you know what I mean? And I don't know, like it was fine. It was a fine fight. My thing was like the moment that the dragon came onto the scene, I was like, okay, Yuji about to just like blow this thing away, no problem. In no way, shape, or form did I ever think he was threatened. And I think that might be the core problem. I think that might, let me not say problem, because I don't like to say that, because it's not really a problem. That might be the core reason why we need to just turn our brain off to just fully enjoy the anime. Because it's not an award winner. It's not a masterpiece. It's not going to go and win, like, anime of the year or anything by any stretch. But I think we need to turn our brain off to really enjoy it, because the moment that we think about, like, okay, we know that this ain't a threat, and the failure that the anime has done so far from a storytelling perspective, and I don't know if the source material does this, because I can't speak to the source material. I'm an anime-only guy. I'm an anime channel. I'm not a manga channel. I'm an anime channel. Not a light novel channel. I'm an anime channel. The thing that the writing does that it's a detriment to it is the fact that it is trying to build up this external enemy that we also know ain't shit. You know what I mean? If they had Yuji truly coming across a couple of really, like, almost death moments, right? Like, if you think of other anime like Shield Hero, right? Where you had Naofumi in the Shield Hero anime almost die a couple of times. Like 4 times this dude almost died. Like, he got to that point, like, he got pushed to the brink of death. If we had some of those kind of moments for my isekai life, if the first enemies he faced pushed him to the brink of death, if when he fought the mob of monsters, if he almost got to the brink of death, right? If he just kind of barely pulled this stuff off, it'd be a much more enjoyable thing to watch. But because we know that he's just basically like just been blowing on these enemies and just basically just been testing out magic spells, he's not even trying hard. He's just kind of like testing out shit. We know that this monster and stuff. So the fact that they wasted like 10 minutes building up this Godzilla monster for him just to, annihilate it. Yeah, I don't know. So overall, it was fine episode, 6 out of 10. Not the end of the world, the anime is going to end up being a very, like, almost 7 out of 10, like a 6.8 anime out of 10 anime. Enjoyable. I think the slimes, for me, the slimes and Proud Wolf are the things that I enjoy the most about the anime, and it might sound weird, but I think that their comedic relief, their characters, the way that they're portrayed, the way that Proud Wolf acts, for me, I think the slimes and Proud Wolf are, like, the saving grace to kind of like elevate the anime a little bit more for me. Because if they weren't as animated and expressive and funny as they normally are, I think the anime would be much worse. But because they're there, I think it makes the anime a lot better. Considering Yuji such a bland, unexpressive character for the most part. But maybe I went too hard. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh. If that's the case, let me know in the comments. If you agree, let me know in the comments. And one thing before I end is I like the anime. I'll continue to watch it. I'm not saying it's awful or unwatchable or anything of that nature. It's just that I think that it does have some detrimental flaws to it. But it's definitely still worth a watch to me. It's just one of those things that, I kind of wish that maybe the source didn't do things great, but when it's on the anime table, if I'm a director or producer or whatever, if this is my anime, that this is my one shot, I'm gonna take some liberties. You know what I mean? But maybe they can't do that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I don't want to rant anymore. I'll see you guys next week for another episode. Next week might be a better episode. So let's see what that brings overall. I would also love to see Yuji get a human companion too. That'd be really cool. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.